Court is in session in cause number 328-562. Case is style of State of Texas versus Ozzie Johnson. Mr. Johnson, is your full name Ozzie Johnson? How you doing, Mr. Johnson? That's good. Mr. Johnson, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Johnson, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Okay, Mr. Johnson, you may put your hand down. Now, Ms. Johnson, you're here represented by your attorney, Ms. Marva Provo. Ms. Provo, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
That's good. State is represented by Attorney Blake Ham. Attorney Ham, how are you doing?
Well, sir, thank you very much.
That's good. Mr. Johnson, I have before me an information that alleges that on or about November 12th of 2020, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed to, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, operating a motor vehicle in a public place, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of driving while intoxicated with an alcohol concentration level of 0.15 or more. Mr. Johnson, do you understand what you've been charged with? And to this charge, Mr. Johnson, how do you plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest? Guilty? Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading guilty because you're guilty? Okay, Mr. Johnson, will you please take off your hat? All right, thank you. Mr. Johnson, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments. On page 1 of this document, do you recognize this document?
Can you speak up, sir?
Yeah, you have to speak up and you can walk up.
Oh, yes, sir, I remember that one.
Okay. The court report is taking a record, you have to speak up. Now, Mr. Johnson, on page 2 of this document, there's a set of initials OJ on the line next to the box that's checked guilty. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 3 of the same document, Mr. Johnson, there's a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
On the next document, which is titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeals, do you recognize this document? Is this your signature on this document? There are 2 boxes that are checked at the top of this document. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Oh, yes, sir.
And the second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Johnson, I also have before me a document that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
Is this your signature on this document?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Johnson, prior to signing and initialing all of these documents that I have just mentioned, did your attorney, Ms. Provo, go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
I understand what she told me, yes, sir.
Okay, did you read everything in these documents?
I didn't read it long.
You talking about this here? Go ahead and give it.
I read some of it.
Okay, just hold on a minute. It would have been a little recess until he read it.